Hey world, Christopher Sago here. We're doing a city pop-up today along with Brian Garner. We got a special guest today we want to introduce. If you're from the 414, you should already know who he is. Jermaine Ousley, originally off Action Park, one of the best to ever do it. We'll be inquiring today a few questions about his basketball journey, just about his life, just about him as a human being, getting his perspectives on a lot of things that he's still knowledgeable about. So we'll open the floor for Brian Garner to introduce himself and start asking Tree a few questions.
Hey, can I tell the people about your humble story that you gave me?
Which one?
On to it. The one about Coach Gordon and you being in Washington High School in the basement.
Oh, yeah, man, listen.
Tell that. I want you to tell it because it's funnier when you tell it than me.
Well, so as good as I was at Washington, my freshman year, 89. I'm in Washington, Cal there, Silas there. Like, they stacked. And like I had a chance or opportunity to be on that team. But me, I was a hard walker. I used to walk the halls at Washington. And I used to ask Mr. Gordon, man, why you won't let me, you know what I'm saying, come upstairs and hoop with y'all? Why you won't let me come hoop? He said, your ass will continue to play in the basement until you go to class. Hey.
So he got you locked in the dungeon there. You can't come upstairs.
It was humbling though.
Right.
No matter how good you was,
Exactly.
you will continue to play in the basement.
So what influenced you? What would you say was your main influence for making you chase the basketball and want to dribble the basketball? Who did you see? If it was a person on TV, if it was somebody in your neighborhood that influenced you to want to start pursuing your efforts towards becoming a ball player?
I didn't play high school basketball. I played 6 weeks of high school basketball.
Right.
So I played in the adult muni league. Right, that was my high school basketball.
Right.
And I got to see play against BG, Keith Stewart, everybody who went to college and pretty much was done. So me, I'm 15, 16 years old. Still, I ain't playing at nobody high school.
Right.
In Washington, or even when I went to North. I played 6 weeks. 1 mark period.
And it was over.
Yeah, but the only reason why I did that to prove to Mr. Kern that I wasn't dumb. Because he was like, dude, you a dummy. You dumb. I was like, man, let me go ahead, do this little work for these little 6 weeks. Got eligible. Played 8 games. Okay, I holler at y'all. Back to hall walking.
What do you feel you was the best in your entire process or your journey in hooping? Like at what age would you would say that I was just felt like I was at the height of my powers?
That I knew I was called?
Yeah.
The first inaugural year in the paint.
Okay.
It wasn't nothing they could do with me.
Right.
Nobody. Man, I got posters of everybody. If they played in the paint, yeah, you was on the poster.
You ain't got no poster of me.
No.
I got one though. My ribs still hurt. I tell you.
I got a thing for one of your family members now. I talked to your brother. I talked to baby Albert. I told him. I said, list to me between you and your brothers that hoop 1 through 4. Baby Albert had you at 4. He said he was first because you and Pokey and Chris not faster than him. He had baby Chris, he had Pokey, and then he had you. And I told him, I know he don't do drugs. Somebody that put something in his baby milk. So I'm just telling you that story that when you talk to Albert, you call him out on that too, cause yeah, he had
That's okay. That's good. That's a good space for me. That's a good space for me compared to Dude. Okay, he number 1 though.
He number 1 though. He said, and that's all based on because y'all wasn't faster than him. That he's number 1 because he was the fastest.
Now, baby Albert forget that we was coaching them when they was at North. Him and Jaquan them.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, he had you at number 4.
Dude gotta get better than the teacher eventually, man.
But you know what? And when I think about my brothers, the ones that like only people really hoop was me, Pokey, and baby Chris.
Right.
And if I would have to list, I end up at 3 because I put baby Chris first, then Pokey, then me.
Now, where did this piece of, I ain't never seen you eat 2 pieces of humble pie in a day. Now, you gonna put yourself third trying to be humble on this phone, because if you don't stop playing with me, cuz.
Oh, Lord knows, I dug in Pokey ass once I got up to 255.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie.
Now, I'm giving you that baby Chris, but I don't know if he was a dog. So, and baby Chris might be number 2, but I'm saying, cuz I was there in Texas. Tell the people the story about how I talked to you before you even decided to go to Memphis, or you want me to tell it?
Oh, yeah, you got to tell that, Chris, because that phone call right there, man. Woo! Sitting up in that, just sitting up in that dorm room and like, dude, how Chris get this number?
And I was locked up in Comanche, Texas. And so I started reading about Cuz, and then, I'm married to one of his favorite cousins, LaQuan Dowson. So I'm on the phone with her. She's telling me everything. I'm getting articles. So I'm like, man, give me Jermaine's number, man. I need that number to that dorm. So we end up hitting the people. They give me the number to the dorm, right? So I call the dorm. I'm like, hey, let me speak to Jermaine Ousley. So I hear the dude screaming, hey, Tree, big dog, somebody on the phone for you. So he picked the phone up. So I'm like, cuz, man, I'm seeing all these articles, man. I'm like, what do? He's like, man, cuz, I'm probably going to go to Memphis. I'm like, cuz, listen. This just compared to the Larry Johnson. Grandmama, this is what they calling him. This when the article is out with Larry Johnson wearing the dress and the wig and dunk. I said, they called you the best junior college player since him. I said, cuz, all that going anywhere but car shipping going to the NBA. Don't go nowhere else, cuz. Don't do nothing else. Don't talk to nobody. Whoever called you, tell them you going to the pros.
But because what you realize is the experience when I was coming through, you would that's what you tell them.
Well, see,
they were still playing games because they wouldn't let us know that kind of stuff. But
see, now here's the catch to that. Here's the catch to that. If I would have signed with an agent, and let's say I signed with an agent, whatever, and went through the draft and didn't get picked up, I could never go to a Division I after that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but they'll come see you wherever you at.
Right.
And at that time, I wasn't thinking about that. I was like, man, dude, I got to play D1.
Yeah, that's what
that was the
goal.
The goal to get to D1 and be the best Division I player you could be. And not to even sleep on my teammates that was on that team, because of one team, 13 players went Division I. So it wasn't just me.
Right.
It was 13 players went Division I, and Tom Mayfield went to fucking Purdue.
Right.
Yeah.
Tom ain't never played a lick of high school basketball in Milwaukee.
Never. Every nigga heard his name.
But Tom Mayfield ended up being one of the top 10 guards in junior college.
Yeah. But that year you got to remember, because when they compared you was damn near averaging a quadruple double. It was like 30-something, 15, 8, and 6 or something.
Man, I'll tell you another person who had told me. Bobby Huggins had told me. He was like, dude, you need to go ahead and leave now.
Right.
I don't even want you.
But he
was like,
Kenyon Martin, what kind of player you was, what kind of attitude you had. He had experience with knowing players and knowing what they needed to do in life.
Yeah, but see what happened with Bobby Huggins. This is why I didn't go to Cincinnati. So my first junior college that I went to in Albany, Illinois, Bobby Huggins ended up hiring him, Jeff Schimberg, on his staff. And Jeff Schimberg had played me out of a year of junior college. He lied and said that I went to class in Illinois that I never did. Never did. Because you know once you step foot in class, your clock's up.
It's a wrap.
Yeah. I understood that at the time. So I never went to class and did any of this. Dude lied and said that nigga, I went to class. And they took a year from me. That's why I only had 4 years. I could have took a hardship year because of my back if I would have still had that year.
Right. That's information that people would never know. See,
never know.
What it's all about, because exposing people to the things that the young cats that didn't get the recruitment like you and BG that they don't be knowing be going on. The backstory is always more important than the front story.
Man, I tell you, I found out then how dirty the game is, and that's the main reason why I didn't go to Cincinnati is because Bobby Huggins hired Jeff Schimberg. I'll never forget his name. Jeff Schimberg. He was the coach, and he lied on an official document. The NJCAA said that Jermaine Ousley participated in a class.
So he falsified documents in order for you not to be able to play a year.
Most definitely.
Wow. Listen, that's a
Most definitely.
And for the record, I want to state that Kenyon Martin, even though he made it to the NBA, was not a Jermaine Ousley in his prime. We're just gonna put that on the record. He probably could jump, rebound, defend, but he couldn't shoot to hit the side of a bird. So we just gonna put that on the face.
I'll tell you something that's real funny. Bill Self, when I talk to him, he's so funny. He's so stupid. He was like, Jermaine, he was like, when I had the Morris twins, he was like, I asked him, do y'all know who Jermaine Ousley is? And he said every day for a year, he asked him, do you know who Jermaine Ousley is? Right. I need y'all to play like Jermaine Ousley.
And they weren't smart enough to look up.
Wow.
But they ended up doing it. They ended up looking me up.
Right.
And they was like, oh, okay, he played in Memphis. And he was like, did you look at his junior college stuff, though? He was like, y'all need to be him. I need y'all to be him.
Wow.
But, you know,
that's probably one of the biggest compliments.
Yeah. That's huge.
Coach Self when he was an assistant for Eddie Sutton when coming up in the ranks.
Yeah, at Oklahoma State. And see, now under that whole umbrella is my junior college coach, Kyle Keller. Okay. He was at Oklahoma State with Eddie Sutton. That's where, he even had Torrey Johnson.
Yeah, he did. So,
yeah. Yeah, so we all fell up under that same umbrella with Bill Self. I ain't gonna lie, when he was at Oral Roberts, man, he tried to get me, Roderick. He had been recruiting us. That's who was supposed to went first. Big Rod, Matt Javik.
He took the one from Bayview went first. He actually went to Oral Roberts.
Okay. Man, I remember when we went down there for the JUCO tournament, Jerry Smith took us. Man, oh my God. That's when I got on the map, Chris.
Okay.
That's when I really blew up. When I went to Oral Roberts to, what is that? Was it Rick Ball or it was Jerry Mullins?
Listen, I don't know what it was, but I was at Oral Roberts at the time. And at that same year, them coaches started asking me plenty questions about you and Tracy Gross. That's all they wanted to know about you and Tracy Gross. You and Tracy Gross. They all came through there and destroyed stuff.
Dude, man, that was probably one of the best weekends of basketball I had ever had in my life. For real.
Pure domination.
But it wasn't nothing. I carried the same attitude that I had in Warren to the JUCO camp. If you can move the crowd and make everybody come over to your court, yeah, you got something to say.
Yeah.
And that's all it was, man. With me, I just
you got a voice. So, like, once all that happened and you hurt your back, what was the hardest thing for you to take? Because I know at the beginning and the end, if once we start going up these ladders with basketball, the end result is to take it to the highest level to see where your skills stand. So when you seen that wasn't a reality, how did that play on your mental? How did you dealing with that?
Man, Chris, that right there, when stuff like that happens, a lot of people don't know. You take out your anger on the person closest to you.
Right.
Ooh, that's powerful.
I was that nigga. I took my anger out on the person that was closest to me.
Right.
And people who been down with me.
Right.
For the longest. And instead of getting my ass up and doing what I was supposed to, I chose to be lazy and just do the basic minimum that was just gonna get me back to playing and get me back on the court. Did I go above and beyond? No, I don't think I did. But I was feeling sorry for myself because to go from a 50-something inch vertical down to a 41. That's humbling in itself to not be able to jump and do what you used to do and have to reinvent yourself almost.
You ground.
That is hard.
Yeah, you ground. Now you seeing what the niggas underneath you when you was going up. Now you seeing what they were seeing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's most definitely it's an experience in itself, man, to not be able to play the way that you used to. That I still started all them games. I started every game I played for Memphis.
Right.
Bad back and all. A 6'8" center. Come on, man.
So once you took your journey from JUCO to D1, what was the difference you noticed in basketball? Was it harder for you, or was it still where you felt like you could dominate up to the back injury? Was the quality of basketball better for you, or was it still the same where you felt like, man, I'm still the guy?
It was hard having to deal with a black coach. Coach Price came in, we thinking we gonna be playing for Larry Fitch.
Right.
They bought out his contract and stick Tick Price in there. Dude, he was at the University of New Orleans. Come on now. And we had a 7-footer and a 6'10". But you chose to put me at the 5.
knowing your skill level and all that you could do, he chose to put you at the 5 instead of putting you where you was gonna be a mixed match every night. Even though you're a mismatch at the 5, he's still putting pressure on you.
Exactly, but he asked me, I need you to sacrifice for the team and play center. You and Omar, that's the only way you and Omar gonna be able to play at the same time.
This is my question I have for you. Was it easier to play college basketball or play Warning? Which one was the tougher competition for you? Don't think about the level at this as far as the stick attack players played against in college versus the players that you played against in Warning. Which one was tougher to you?
Oh, college, hands down. You couldn't just go out there and play. You had to think. You really had to think. That college basketball, you get challenged.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to know, man, think about them plays you have to run, man. You have to keep all that grounded. And there's a lot that come with it.
Yeah, not just that. And do you know, tell them about how if you didn't know the play, that meant coach you wasn't going to get to step on the court until you learned the plays. And when they...
Most definitely. A coach cannot rely on somebody who do not know the plays. Like, you got to know that, like, you wake up. You got to know them.
At what point do you say, like some guys, we still say, in our talk, or we talk, me and you and other people, the difference between a guy that can play in a system and just a hooper? Explain in your eyes what a guy is that can play in the system versus a guy that you be like, dog, look, I don't care what league we was in, this nigga was putting up 40, but he was just a hooper. But if you put him under the whistle, he might give you 8 points.
Ooh. That one right there, boy. Whew. That's a long list.
Right, but what would be in your eyes, what would be the one thing that if you seen somebody, a young kid today, and you be like, nah, man, dude just a hooper. Like, he could just hoop. We tried him out on the team under the whistle, and he just disappears on the court.
I can't just put, man, now. Man, I'm trying not to say a name.
Yeah, it's invisible. We don't want to use his name, because I got some people named I know, and you and BG and D all know them too. Like, they was hoopers. You know what I'm saying? But when you put them under that whistle, because they couldn't do nothing. But you put them in the NIL league, they going all day long.
In the basketball world, the question is, now that you went through the process, what about the process which you had to change to get you over the hump? To totally understand what you needed to do to be there and get there.
Well, first thing I would have did, I would have been selfish. I didn't know how to be selfish at the time. I should have been selfish for me, and especially for my family. And that's one thing I would have changed. I should have left after my freshman year and went to the draft. And I didn't know how to be selfish though.
You know what I call that, cuz? We didn't realize that we were a brand. We was playing.
Yeah.
When you play, you play, but once you realize you're a brand, it's automatically selfish. Because you are you're doing everything yourself. A lack of a better word. Because what word would you use for that?
Like, you not consider yourself a valuable asset because you always at your young warrior stage. When you at a stage where you at the highest high of your power, you don't never think nothing can bring you down. We don't never think we going downhill until we start reaching a certain age. You understand what I'm saying? Like when you told me the story about how the coaches didn't want to tell you after your granddaddy passed, they had to have phone tell you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they was scared to come tell me because they knew they was like, I know you gonna leave. And that was always their biggest fear at down in Tyler. But where I'm gonna run to? Oh man, I'm not finna. Y'all told me the bus ride back to Milwaukee is 18 hours. No. Mama and them not sending me no bus ticket. Hokey not sending me one. Pee Wee most definitely. Do y'all think I want that whooping?
Right.
You know? No. I don't think I had a choice but to stay in Texas while I was there. You know, even I don't know if y'all even know who this is. Coach Scott Janani for San Jacinto.
Okay. I remember him because they wanted to pass the test.
He had
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, that's where my guy Omar Sneed went to school there. Him, Sam Cassell, Alex Scales, Steve Francis.
Yeah, I'm doing college back there.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to go there before I went to Tyler. And yep. Just because of Tom. Tom, man, if it wasn't for dude, man, just a coach sitting in his office watching videotape, and these people thinking I play for Marquette. And Tom like, no, man, that's my guy Jermaine. He at the crib right now.
He just ran there walking.
Yeah, and coach writing them calls, but they was like, man, we offering you a full scholarship, man, to come to TJC down here in Tyler, Texas. Your boy Tom here, man, he laid it out. Man, that was on a Friday. Saturday morning, Saturday night, I was in Tyler, Texas.
And I bet you they didn't send you up. They sent you a fight.
Yes.
But when they send you, when they send you up, you get in trouble with something.
Oh yeah, you get a bus ticket.
Right, you ain't getting on no plane. Hey, if you sit on that plane like trash, I'm gonna see you home and crash anyway, right?
Yes.
But that's how I ain't go with it.
So on that note, say like give us the one story, man, that you would tell and you gonna always bring up to your kids. Or if you could tell the one person that you missed the most in your life, one thing about your basketball journey and how much you enjoyed it, what would you say to them, man?
Oh, the one person that I would talk to would be my granddaddy, Albert Ousley. And the story I would tell him, I remember we was playing against Arkansas. In Arkansas. This white lady, she called me everything but a child of God. And her friend that was sitting next to her, like, yeah, you saying some racist shit. Not gonna lie. But this one lady, and I'll never forget it because it was the most insulting shit that I heard other than them calling me a nigger. The lady called me a Burger King All-American. She was like, oh, that's Jermaine Ousley. That's the Burger King All-American. I had to think about it, Chris. I had to think about it. I was like, Burger King All-American.
Hey, that's heavy right there, dog.
And you know what, man? I killed Arkansas. I was so mad, man. That lady called me the Burger King All-American.
That's bulletin board material, cuz.
That's the perfect way to end it, too.
Hey, man, I want to thank you, and I want to tell everybody else from the 414 that we will be calling the Do a City pop-up. Y'all got a lot to follow, man. This was
is
the
nice.
best interview I ever seen in my life, not because I'm on it, Man, you are a hell of an individual, man, and you a hell of a speaker, dog. And I really enjoy talking to you, cuz, for real. I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart, man.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Both of them.
Man. You a hell of an interview, my boy, for real.
Man, I appreciate it, cuz, man, just to be able to do it.
No doubt, man. I swear I'm so gracious, man. I appreciate you, man. Let me get off before I start crying, dog. I'm scared.
Look, I love it.